Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno and welcome along to episode 6 of the Greeno Tour, here with Stirling Albion. As you can see from the league table below, we have slipped down to 3rd in the standings. We have a game in hand on both of the teams above us, although we'd need quite a dramatic turnaround in goal difference to go above either of them. Reason for slipping down, form has not been brilliant. Obviously, you know we lost against Queen's Park before we put Dumbarton out of the cup. We then beat Albion Rovers 4-0, another Andy Ryan hat-trick, and the good news is he's finally signed that new contract we were talking about. But then we went to Annan in our last game and lost. Unfortunately, injury time defeat. We went 1-up, conceded a penalty, and we couldn't really get much of a foothold in the game. You can see the ratings of the players here. Only a couple of players getting above a 7. Everyone else 6.7, loads of 6.5 and below. This wasn't a good performance, and unfortunately, we capitulated right at the last minute. Anyway, the focus of today's game, of course, is this big Scottish Cup 4th round game away at Dundee United. Apparently, they're expecting a fairly big crowd, about 11,000. So that's going to do our bank balance the world of good, because, of course, we should get a half share of those gate receipts. Let's go and see how we're set up for the game. So, we're going to stick with our 4-3-3 formation. We're going with the balanced mentality. This pretty much is the formation that we used against both Dumbarton and Ayr United. It served us pretty well in those fixtures, so hopefully a bit more of the same today. We've got Jones here, who's one of our new signings who came in the transfer window. Decent defender for this level, certainly. 3.5 stars, potential 5-star ability, although at 25-year-old, do wonder how much development there is left in the guy. But he'll certainly do a good job for us. Occo Flex, the winger we got on loan from Celtic, he's been doing pretty well. He keeps his place on the right-hand side today. And Ryan, well, he just can't stop scoring. This is the guy who just got to sign his new contract. Got 16 goals in 15 league games, 6 in 3 games in the Scottish Cup. He had 5 in 4 games in the Betfred. So, you know, if you've got a striker who's going to score at least a goal a game for you, that ain't bad, is it? Anyway, let's head up to Dundee United's ground, Tannadice, and see how we get on. So here we go. Yet another cup game where I'm expecting defeat. I think this is clearly going to be the toughest of the 3 that we've had on camera. Obviously, the Ayr United game, they were 2 leagues above us, but we were at home, and that can give an advantage. Dumbarton were only 1 league above us, so to go there and get a win was a great result. But Dundee United, as a mid-table kind of Premiership team, that's a different proposition altogether, isn't it? And you can see in the early stages of the game, they've had 3 shots on goal, 4 shots on goal now, none on target, and we are yet to trouble the scorers in pretty much any of the stats. So it could be a long old 90 minutes for us here. Of course, Dundee United have got some players that, you know, we could only dream of having in our team. The likes of Shankland up front, for example. I mean, I think, there you go. Case in point. I mention him and he scores. Unbelievable. I mean, I think he would even keep Ryan out of the team if we had him. Just. But they got a lot of decent other players around as well. There's a guy, Leandro Fuchs, playing for them in midfield. I don't know if he plays for them in real life or not, but I had a quick look at him before the game. Central midfielder, and he's a bit of a beast, valued at just over £4 million. So, yeah, it's a bit of a gulfing class, it has to be said. But we're keeping them to 1-0 so far. We're hanging in the game. As long as it stays at 1-0, of course, we've got a chance. You never know, we might get a free kick or a penalty or something. So we're going at half-time, 1 down. I'm not too disappointed. The XG obviously shows that Dundee United have done better than us, but we would kind of expect that. We've been unlucky so far. I'm not sure about that. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to say, show them what you're all about. Oh, they don't like that. Okay, well, it is what it is. Hopefully, with a little bit of a flea in their ear will make a difference. But here's an opportunity for them. Oh, it's a penalty, is it? It is a penalty. And presumably Shankland's going to take this himself, is he? Yes. And can we make the save? Oh, he went the right way. But unfortunately, couldn't keep the ball out. Shankland's 9th of the season. tucked nicely into the corner there. Nothing much we could do about that. And it looks like our fabulous cup run may well be coming to an end. But let's try and go down with a bit of a blaze of glory, shall we? We'll go to an attacking kind of mentality. We're going to demand more of the team. Let's see if there's any changes that we can make that might freshen things up a bit. Dane Murray has not been having the greatest game, so how about this for an idea? Let's go 2 up top. We'll move Langer up into midfield. And Murray can come out for Kylian Bose, who is a poacher by trade, so we'll get him up there. We'll go a little bit more direct. Yeah, let's see how this does. We've got to try something, haven't we? So, about 30 minutes to go. Doesn't seem to be having a great impact on our attacking abilities. We've not had a shot since we made those changes. But let's fire the boys up a little bit. Come on. You've got 10 minutes to save your cup. Here comes Mitchell. That's a very powerful run. What's he going to do here? Is he going to pass? Bikey! Oh, a weak shot into the chest of the Dundee United goalkeeper. Clears it up to Shankland. Looks like a counter-attack here by Dundee United. Chalmers into the box. Oh, what a finish that is. What a goal. And from one opportunity where I thought we had a genuine chance of a decent effort on goal, they show us how it's done. Chalmers beats the young fullback. Bit too much pace for the centre-half. I'm not quite sure what our keeper was doing there. De La Paz seemed to be saving a ball about a foot to the right of where it actually went. 5 minutes to go. Here's Bose. Oko Flex on the ball now. Unfortunately gives it straight away to a Dundee United player. Here's Chalmers again. On to Bolton. Paulett. Great save though. And young Connor clears it into the stands. Well, hopefully we can keep this score respectable. I mean, there's no shame in going to a club like Dundee United and losing 3-0. You know, we expected a tough game. And that's exactly what we got. Here comes Shankland again. Over to Bolton. Good challenge. We've only held him up, though. He's got the ball back. But there's Van Dannemel. Up to Ryan. What can he do? He's got one man in the middle if he can pick him out. Doesn't need to. Does it all himself. Andy Ryan. And that's his 28th of the season. It's a little bit too little too late. And I'm glad I've signed into that contract. Because obviously the scouts would be having a look at someone doing this against Dundee United. So, if anyone wants to come in for him, they're going to need to come with a big suitcase full of money. But at least we finish on a high note. We're out of the cup 3-1, but it was a great goal by Ryan. Well, while it's a shame to go out of the competition at this stage, I don't think there's any shame in the way that we did. And it's helped the club coffers a little bit. You can see down here, gate receipts, 126,000 for the month, so just over 115, I think, of that have come from today's game, which has pushed us back into the black. So hopefully that will see us through to the end of the season. In terms of where we're going to come back next, we've got a bunch of league games left to play. And we'll come back somewhere in the middle of this. Maybe the Annan game at home, maybe Cowden Beath, something like that. But we'll just wait and see how the season is developing. And I'll come back at the time I think is best. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a spirited enough performance against a strong side, and unfortunately we had to bow out of the cup, but like I say, no shame in doing so. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like on there for me, and any comments you got about this episode or the series as a whole, I would love to see them below. Of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. This series is already proving a lot of fun, and there's a lot of miles more for the Greenobus to cover. And of course we have the Hungary save, the Mighty Magyars, also running concurrently. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for some more action with Stirling Albion. Bye for now.